Hi, today is the Teacher's Day. The relevance for this day is because it happens to be the birthday of Sarvapalli Sri Radhakrishnan, a great educationist and one of the most respected, revered, admired presidents of India. In his honor, this particular day, September 5th, every year is celebrated as the Teacher's Day. I think it's a very good thing that every year we get this fabulous opportunity to be remembering teachers in our life. I, for one, would very clearly attribute most of the effectiveness, clarity, and success in my life to my teachers from my primary schooling system, my secondary schooling system, from my college and postgraduate institutional education systems, and then those who continue to influence post my institutional phase of life. I can almost remember all the names, and some of those significant ones stand out. My primary school Lakshmi teacher, who is the most powerful influencer, especially about the language of Tamil in my life, and who also instilled this confidence that anything that you wish to do, you can do. Unnala mudiyum Rajaah. In my third standard at the age of 8, when I heard it from her, I think it made such a huge difference in my life. Then I remember my secondary school teachers, especially I remember my drawing teacher, who was such an inspiration for me, Shaila Bhagetkar, and of course my history teacher, V.V. Saroja teacher. She was both a teacher and a very big admirer. She encouraged me so much in my various activities, talents. Also my Pune teacher, who continues to be in Mumbai now and who I get a chance to meet from time to time, who had a great appreciation for my language abilities and encouraged me one hell of a lot. Then of course into my college time, my principal, Dr. Limai, was a very great support for me. He gave me the pathway to be a leader during my college days, encouraged me in every possible way in the extracurricular activities, and as a result of that, in the college, we landed up achieving significant things in terms of sports, in terms of curricular activities, in terms of social service activities. I remember we won in 1973 in Mumbai the St. George's Hospital Shield for the highest number of blood donors in a college. Principal Lemay also was the guide who recommended strongly that I should pursue a management program. Post that in my life came in Dr. Pulin Garg, and today I'm going to talk about Dr. Pulin Garg, the former head of the organizational behavior section from IIM Ahmedabad, who I would acknowledge as the biggest influencer in my life about deeper understanding of the life journey, as well as very refined and sensitive understanding of the living process of human beings. If today I'm so passionate, I'm so committed, and I'm so deeply enamored by human beings, I would attribute one of the significant contributions to that intensity of wanting to learn, wanting to know more, came from my guru, Dr. Pulin Garg. Yes, he is etched right here. I met Pulin for the first time in 1978. That is the year when I went to Shimla as a part of the participation in the ISAB's, Indian Society for Applied Behavioral Science conference, which was also the first phase of the internship program. And that particular program was to help people who were interested in human behavior, who are part of personal management, organization development, or basically people who were interested in psychology and the human context of existence, to learn deeper about the human dynamics, understanding of the living process. And it was called as sensitivity training. It was also called group process work. But I think the foundations of that came from the confrontation theory of psychology, where an opportunity is available to an individual to confront himself by holding a mirror in a very well conducted processual way by a set of facilitators. I'm reminded of Dr. Scott Peck, and if you read his Road Less Traveled and the supplementary part of that particular book, he talks about the basement experiences in the mid-50s in England and in the US, where this group process work had started. So ISABS was the pioneer in India when it came to the group process work. And Pulin, who probably became part of that in the late 60s, I would say was, in my opinion, the greatest contributor to the thinking, to the ideology, to the refinement of group process work in this country. And I remember that in that similar conference, we had this very interesting session called The Magic Shop. And those of you who have participated in some of the ISABs and ISISD programs, especially of those days, would know the great fun, especially the learning possibility, the intensity, and the drama that happens with the Magic Shop. And there was this invitation that you were setting to the participants to come and purchase from the Magic Shop or transact in the Magic Shop. It's a very interesting metaphorical drama, mind-blowing kind of drama. And here I was for the first time participating in this internship program. But believe me, over the previous 1 week, already enough had been triggered in my mind. And my desire to understand some aspects of my own mind, my behavior, my attributes, my chasing of things, my not being sure about things, all this had kind of come together and stayed as questions. And then, as if he's reading my mind, Pulin makes a statement from there. And he says, and here is this person sitting over there who has got a whole lot of questions in his mind. He wants to ask, but he's hesitant. He has a need for clarity, but he's reluctant. And I remember in that Shimla evening coldness, I was wet under the feet. And I knew that the invitation for me. So I got up and I walked in. And I would say that was the beginning of an awesome connect with this incredible teacher, Dr. Pulin Garg. That particular Magic Shop really clarified to me this question. Was I running in chase of success, or was I running away from the fear of failure? And that was such a breakthrough for me in my life. Pulin became special in my life. But after that, the kind of things that happened in terms of both learning from Pulin, interacting with Pulin, internalizing Pulin, and becoming, if I may say so, one of his pet students, Sikshya. I think that was one of the greatest gifts of my life, to become one of his pet, favorite, blessed, Ashirwad Jomila, Sishya of Dr. Pulin Garg. Pulin was not an easy person in terms of normative social transactions, and I would say that in a world where the averages of evaluating by normative social standards continue to prevail, where the struggle and the chase by normative human systems to be caught up with structural, hierarchical, power-oriented kind of things continue to be the kind of push. I think it was very difficult for an absolutely different person like Pulin to be either as normal, ordinary. So I guess Pulin experienced those aha moments of life as much as he experienced painful moments of life, I would say. But I guess he was a man who was beyond all that. So he also had outstanding philosophy and clarity about life, which made him accommodate that pain. It was very much a gift to sit at his feet and to hear him talk about life and deeply understand the essence of the struggle of the journey of life. Many, many insightful, soulful kind of messages picked up. But I would conclude this with the most powerful, most important learning that I've picked up from him in one of the conversations. And this is what Pulin is: dreamy eyes looking into the distance, and one sharp look into your face and eyes, and a reflective kind of link with something in the mindscape, and then would utter this statement. Rajaah, the only thing I know for sure in my life when I step into process work is that I do not know anything for sure. And therefore, I go there, I step in there with complete ignorance, which also means with complete openness. Wow, what clarity, what power. I get very moved talking about it. I'll keep drawing from you wherever you are. You are inseparable. You are so, so, so valuable. Shri Gurubhyo Namah.